Guys, welcome back to this channel. This is Math Stat, back with another video for you guys. Don't forget again to subscribe, like, and if you're a new subscriber, put a comment that says new subscriber in the comment section below. Let's get started without further ado. We are going to continue with the same thing. Remember, the most recent video I posted of me working out a problem was the ordinate and the abscissa. Today, we are going to look at to graph a pair, or I should say ordered pair. So let's say we have this equation. We have an equation as follows. Y equals to negative x squared plus 1, and they say to graph this, so we're gonna graph this thing when x equals to negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So basically, we're not really going to graph it, but we're going to show what the points would look like on the graph. That's how we're gonna do it, okay? So we're not gonna actually graph it. We're gonna show what the points would look like on a 2D plane or on a plane. So let's draw the. Oh no! Come on. Let's do it better. Come on, we can do better than that, Mario. You can do better than that, Math Stat. We're going to do this. So how do you graph? Basically, the y, or the ordinate, is the output. So y is basically called the output, and the x is, which is the abscissa, basically is the input. Okay, so the ordered pair is xy. That's called the ordered pair. So abscissa and then the ordinate. Now, we were given the numbers for the abscissa. Okay? So, how would that be? When you put a number for the abscissa, for x, it will output a number for you. For example, let's say we choose negative 2. This is 0, right? This is, you know what? Let me actually write it as ordered pair for you. This origin is 0, 0, and it's called the origin. This is 0, 0 right here, the origin. Now we have negative 1, we have negative 2, we have 1, and we have 2. Okay? So when we put negative 2 into this equation, what do we get? We get y is equal to negative. Remember, x is negative 2. So the negative has to stay. Negative 2, that's for x, squared plus 1. And when we put a negative 1, that will be y equals to negative 1 squared plus 1. 0, y is equal to negative, of course, 0 squared plus 1. I'm putting that as if you were, let's say, a 5-year-old or a a 10-year-old. So I can actually see what exactly I am doing. Y is equal to minus 1 squared plus 1, and y is equal to minus 2 squared plus 1. Well, what would this one equal to? You have 2 minus 2 squared. Anytime you square anything, it becomes positive. Alright? Anytime you square anything, it becomes positive. So that would be minus negative 2 squared would be 4. Okay? 4 plus 1. And that would equal to what? Minus 4 plus 1 is equal to minus 3. So we will do the same thing for that one. I'm going to skip the second step for this one. I'm going to say it out loud only. So minus 1 square will be 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. Or I should say, okay. Minus 0 is still 0. Plus 1 is equal to 1. So 1 squared is 1. Minus times 1 is minus 1. And so that will be equal to 0. And 2 squared is equal to 4. Minus 4 is plus 1 is equal to minus 3. Okay? So here we have the answers. So here we have the first one, y is equal to negative 3, y is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, y is equal to 0, and y is equal to negative 3. And in all of these, you see, the x was negative 2. For y equals 0, x was negative 1. Y equals 1, x was 0. Y equals 0, x was 1. Y equals negative 3, x was 2. So the abscissa for negative 2, so x is equal to negative 2, x is equal to negative 1, x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2. So the ordered pair for the first one, which is x is equal to negative 2, this is negative 2 right here. And let's say negative 3 is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So that will go somewhere right here. Let me just remove this negative 3 right here and put it right here. So that will go somewhere right here. So since you already understand that, I'm just going to remove that one right here. I'm just going to remove that one. So negative 3, negative 2 is right here. And that would be negative 2, negative 3. Negative 1 gave you 0. So negative 1 for the x gives you 0 for the y. So that would be that. Negative 1, 0. This point right here is negative 1 and 0. 0 gave you what? 1 for the y. So this would be 1 right here. So the point will be that one. And that would be 0, 1. And of course, 1 gave you 0. So 1 and 0. So that will be this point right here. 1, 0. And of course, 2 gave you negative 3. So then we will go all the way to here. And that will be the point for 2 and negative 3. Basically, now, if we were to graph it like we would do for anything, it would look like a upside down U shape. Something like this. Something like this. It would look like that, right? So if you wanted to also graph it, that's exactly what it would look like an upside down U shape. So guys, I hope I made it as clear as I can, as clear as possible, not missing anything. And I hope you guys understood and you guys actually enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please click the thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell as well. You can donate to this channel via my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Zelle. They're all in the description below. Don't forget again, if you're a new subscriber, type in new subscriber and I will do my best to mention you in the next video. This was Math Stats. Hope to see you guys again. Until then, Math Stat out.